Mr. Wilson Pastor Morris, the Minister of Non-Renewable Natural Resources from Ecuador, has joined us now. And thank you so much, sir, for taking the time to join us. Ecuador, an OPEC member, of course, but how important is it for you to be here at this International Energy Forum meeting?
It's so important that we joined the IEF last year. But it's very important because if we don't dialogue with the consumers and the oil companies, we cannot reach the stability we need, in the prices especially.
And of course that stability very, very important in the market. One area of stability that will hopefully help stability, I believe, is the JODI initiative, the Joint Organization Data Initiative. All of the countries are contributing to that. Do you find the data in this very useful?
Yes, especially because the information is normalized now for everybody. And we know the primary sources and the secondary sources, and we can compare. So we are very happy with this information.
Now tell us a little bit about some of the developments in your own country since we talked last. Lots of interest in what's going on in Ecuador. So how are things looking in the oil industry there?
Especially two events. The first one is the change of the contracts from the profit sharing contract to the service contract. Someone thinks that we are not going to be successful. We are successful, and we are going to open a new bid, the 11th bid in the next months.
And of course, attracting international investors and attracting the international oil companies, it's very important because you share the knowledge, you share the expertise, you share the technical know-how as well. So national oil companies like yourself, of course, you really have to become partners now with the international companies.
Yes, we have two ways to do that. The first one is we want to enhance the recovery factor of the reserves, and we need techniques. So we sign the contract with service companies like Schlumberger, Halliburton. And the other one is to not to risk the investment in exploration so much, and to call the help of the international companies.
Now, of course, the environment is very, very important to you, and even to the point where a few years ago you renamed the ministry the Minister of Non-Renewable Natural Resources. You're not just the Minister of Energy. You have some very interesting projects going on to make sure that you're preserving the land as well as producing adequate amount of oil.
Yes, you know, in the environmental side, we received the award of the state company that has the better performance in environmental problems. And of course, in general terms, you know, the efficiency is our goal, but we have to look for new reserves because we produce 500,000 barrels a day, a small country.
Now, is this one of the big challenges in the oil industry for you? And indeed, what would you find are the other challenges?
But the other challenges, my challenge is mines. Also, I am on the Ministry of Mines. But in general terms, in oil business, we are restructuring the state company. We are split out in two companies, downstream and upstream companies.
So the next time we speak to you, there'll be a whole different structure in place, and it'll be very interesting to hear what's going on in Ecuador.
I hope at the end of the year we will have two companies in Ecuador.